Welcome to part 2 of Bulgarian Bag exercises for MMA, wrestling, and Jiu Jitsu. I've handpicked this compilation of material as an addition to the part 1 series of this video, linked in the description. Make sure you go ahead and check that out. Let's get into some cool stuff. First up is the Kimura sit-up to jumping sit-through. In part 1, we highlighted the Kimura sit-up and a few basic transitions. Let's take that a step further with this combo. It requires some upper body and core strength, but at the top of a Kimura sit-up, try to pop up off the bag high enough to shoot a sit-through underneath you to the opposite side. Then return to the original starting position, just facing 180 degrees the other way, and return the bag back to your chest. A quick, aggressive pop-up is required to get enough hip height to shoot that sit-through underneath you. Give that one a go because the next drill we are going to add one more step in there. Alright, let's take it a step further. Here's one of my favorite drills right here. You got the Kimura sit-up, you got the sit-through. We're going to sneak a knee on belly in there after that first sit-through, and then we're going to sit through again and return back to the starting position. So we're actually adding 2 steps to this. But everything stays the same with the Kimura sit-up. Busted, sit-through on top, knee on belly, sit through the other side. Kimura sit-up, sit through, knee on belly, return to the other side. Man, this drill gets the heart rate up, requires you to scissor your legs really quick. Good core exercise. Man, it gets it done. Good carryover for Jiu Jitsu and any kind of grappling. Alright, next up are Granby rolls. If you've been around grappling, you know about Granby rolls. I like these things with nothing, just my own body weight, but I like them even more with a Bulgarian bag. So we started playing with it and just wrapped the bag around your shins, kind of simulating a butterfly guard from Jiu Jitsu, and then using your core strength to roll through, manipulating the bag to balance. This mat's kind of small, so it's actually making me fight to get around. You kind of got to play with it. But this was a really fun drill. In fact, of all the rolling drills, this one you can just kind of make it up as you go, freestyle a little bit, add and subtract to it. But this basic Granby roll, pulling and pushing on the handles to pull me through and balance me, is a really fun exercise. I like it. Alright, next up we are continuing with the rolls, and we got backward shoulder rolls, in which we've just simply placed the Bulgarian bag at the chest in any comfortable grip, either at the sides or on the knobs. And that, it's not very heavy, but it's just enough to counterbalance me where I can get my legs back, and it kind of helps me through that shoulder roll. Alternate shoulders, or try your best to. And then we're going to combine that with a forward crawl and drag. And I'm trying to stay low here, trying to stay in a plank, not move my head very much, and drag that bag as I do it. Another variation, here we got some more backward rolls. Trying to alternate which shoulder I go over. The bag's just heavy enough to assist and help me get my legs over, just what I need. Not too much, not too little. And then we're going to combine this with ape, in which I grab the sides of the bag, I shuffle it forward, and my legs are right behind it. Alright, let's talk about the kneeling position here. We have the half kneeling, so single knee down, one knee up. And we're going to laterally snatch the bag up and over our front knee and return it really quick to the same position. There's no lockout on this one. It's just rip it, rotate it, and return it. Rip, rotate, return. And of course, you do one side, you've got to get down and change sides to get to the other side. But the pull factor on this is strong. A quick pull and a quick return hammers your grip. You feel this in the abs a lot. You feel this in the traps a lot. Great exercise. I like it. Kneeling lateral snatch. Alright, number 2 in the kneeling series is the alternating half kneeling windmill. The kneeling windmill is the midpoint of the Turkish getup. What we've done is wrap the Bulgarian bag around the chest with an underhand grip on the front knobs and fully switching sides every single rep. Alternating which knee comes up, a little windshield wiper with the back leg just to make it an easier hinge. This is a surprisingly good core exercise, great stretch, and having that bag around the chest makes it so your tension stays on, you can't really relax, and you keep tight the entire way through that kneeling windmill. Great exercise. Third and last in the kneeling series is the half spin with a front step. and this is by far my favorite from the kneeling series. It has really good carryover for anybody who plays a top game in Jiu Jitsu and likes to play and pass from the top of the guard. This exercise works on your mobility, your balance, your timing, your speed. Great all-in-one deal. What you do is, as you spin the bag to the right, step up with the left leg. As you spin the bag to the left, step up with the right leg. It doesn't work too well if you try to go to the same side, so alternate sides each time. It's just a half spin, not a full spin. Great exercise and good carryover for Jiu Jitsu. Overhead floor wiper. Here's an abdominal exercise that just wrecks your obliques. What you're going to do is lay on your back with the bag above you and windshield wiper your legs side to side. You slightly have to counter to the opposite side that your legs are going to with the bag. So as the legs go right, slightly lean the bag to the left, and it creates a big twisting, torquing sensation in the abs. Great for jiu-jitsu and grappling, as you're going to encounter this situation a lot when you're on the mats with people. Here we go with some of the slamming exercises. I get a lot of questions about these when I post them online on Instagram, so we're going to throw a few at you here. This is the kneeling Bosu slam. The Bosus typically just sit in the corner and collect dust, but you know me, I like to bang sledgehammers, I like to slam stuff. So we got the bag out, we're in the kneeling position, and slamming straight down onto the bag. The rebound is kind of hard, you got to get your head out of the way, but man, the grip and the cardio is insane in this series of exercises. Here's a standing variation. Just the same thing, got to get your head out of the way. Really, really fast on the rebound. And we're adding in a lamb swing over to the side, and that's just something I added on the spot. You don't have to add that, you can just continuously slam. But this is a standing slam with a little bit of lamb swing. I wanted to bring in some obliques, bring in another angle. And I think we were doing these for 45 seconds. This is a great drill. Standing slam with lamb swing. And of course, we got to put them all together now. So check this out. We're going to start, and this is going to be an entire circuit here. We're going to start with the standing slam, and like I said, you could just do them repeatedly. You don't have to throw in that lamb swing. So here's 10 in a row, standing, slamming. Notice the speed and getting the head out of the way. Then we're going to go to the kneeling position, quick transition, and slam 10 more times from the kneeling position. Trying to stay fast, keep your head out of the way, don't let it bonk you in the head. After 10 of those, stand up and clean the bag 10 times. By this point, your abs and your grip and your shoulders are fried. This is a 30 rep set that absolutely wrecks you, full body and cardio. Bridge and dump. This is familiar territory for anybody who's been on the bottom of a mount situation. You want to bridge your hips up and then rotate, kind of like you're dumping somebody and throwing them off your chest. So we're bringing in the posterior chain and the glutes with the bridge, and then the core and the upper body does the dump portion. We alternate sides, one to the left, one to the right. The bag is around the chest. Okay, let's take the bridge and dump and put together an entire sequence with it. As you'll tend to see these put into my workouts in what I call scrambles. And what you'll see here is the bridge and dump connected into a burpee deck squat. Okay, start everything off with a bridge and dump. Immediately connect that into a deck squat, into a burpee, and then back to the starting position. The cardio is absolutely rough on these scrambles, and it really feels like you're scrambling with an opponent. If you've ever done that in the grappling room, it's exhausting. 30 seconds of this just wiped you out, full body and cardio. Last on the list is the clean reverse lunge to knee strike. So with a reverse grip, clean the bag to your chest, roll into a reverse lunge with the bag at your chest, and as you come out of that reverse lunge, strike the bag with a hard knee. Come up with a fire out of that reverse lunge and drill the bag. You're not going to hurt the bag, they're made double tough. So reverse grip, clean, reverse lunge, and knee strike. The knee strike comes right out of that lunge with the back leg. Give it some speed on that knee. Don't be afraid of hitting that bag. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked it. This is part 2 of the series. Part 3 coming up soon.